Line in phraseography, the following points must be carefully noted. Awkward joining must be avoided. The first word form must occupy its own position. A first position word may, however, be raised or lowered to make a stroke above, on, or through the line. The word the may be indicated by a light slanting tick joined to a preceding character and written either downward or upward. The tick for the is never used initially. A small circle used initially represents S only. A small circle used medially and finally represents S or Z. The small s or Z circle at the beginning or at the end of a straight stroke is always made anti-clockwise. The circle S is written outside angles, inside curves. An initial circle is always read first. A final circle is always read last. The stroke L immediately preceding or following a circle attached to a curve is written in the same direction as the circle. The circle S may be added to stroke logograms.
Thank you. We will meet in the next session. To increase the writing speed further, circles and loops representing consonant S and Z, SW, SS, SZ, ST and STR are developed. This reduces the stroke size and its length.
After going through this lesson, you will be able to distinguish between the use of strokes S and Z and circle S and Z. Make the strokes S and Z. Make the large circle to represent SW. Make the large circle to represent SZ and make a loop to represent ST and STR. In this lesson, you will learn about the use of circles and loops to represent S and Z. Use of circles in phraseography is also mentioned. First, we will take up stroke S and Z. When S and S or Z stand alone, the strokes S or Z are applied and not the circle S, because in the latter case there will be no place to represent the vowel. This is irrespective of the fact that the vowel precedes or follows the consonant S or Z. You may observe the strokes made in the words say, zoo, saw, sign. When a vowel precedes the consonant S or Z, as in words, the strokes are made in the following way. ace, ooze, ease. When a vowel follows the consonant S or Z, the strokes are made in the following way: zoo, say, saw. Even when triphone precedes or follows the consonant S or Z, stroke S or Z is. You may observe the strokes made in the words science, sinus, joyous, stroke S or Z is retained even in two joined words, for example, saw beach, saw bench, easy, uneasy. Now we will discuss about plurals and possessives. You observe the strokes made to represent the words lucky, policy, and jealousy. S or Z is written with the stroke S. The stroke is retained in the derived words to make it plurals or possessives. For example, luckies, policies, jealousies. Now you may test your knowledge by answering the following questions. Which form of S or Z, circle or stroke, is used when vowel precedes? Which form of S or Z, circle or stroke, is used if it is precedes or followed by a triphone? Which form S or Z, stroke or circle will be used when the final syllable us is precedes by a diphthong? Which form of S or Z, stroke or circle is used when the word is compound, such as see mew, saw Benz? The next topic are large circle SW, SS and SZ. Now we will take up SW circle. SW circle. In the beginning of a word, a large circle is drawn to represent the double consonantal sound of SW. It is drawn in the same direction as the circle S is drawn. For example, seat, sweet, Some. Swum. As a vowel cannot be written in a circle, the consonant W must be represented by stroke as in the words sway, suasive. The SW circle is used only in the beginning of the word or stroke. Now we will discuss about large circle SS and SZ. To represent SS or SZ or ZS in the middle and at the end of a word, a large circle is drawn in the same direction as the circle S. For example, passes. Possessive. Causes. When a vowel or diphthong occurs between two S's or SZ, it is indicated by placing the vowel or diphthong sign within the large circle and is read between the two consonants. For example, necessity. Necessary. Basis. Ness. Necess. Necessity. Exhaust. Exercise. Exercised. Now we will discuss about large circle in phraseography. The SW circle is used for the words as we in phrases like as we have, as we can, and as well as. The SS circle for the two SS in phrases may be observed in the phrases in this city, this is, or as has, is as, or it is. Now let us test what you have grasped till now by answering the following questions. Fill in the blanks. A large circle used initially gives the sound of dash only. A large circle in between two straight strokes forming an angle is written in dash motion. A large circle used finally also represents the sound of dash. In which motion a large circle is written? Write some phrases using SW SS circle. Now we will discuss about loops ST and STR. The sound ST is represented by a small loop and the length of the loop should be half of the length of the stroke. Sound STR is represented by big loop and the length should be 2/3 of the stroke. The loops, when attached to any straight stroke should always be written in the same direction as we write circle S. For example, pass, post, poster, does, dust, duster, the loops when attached to any curved stroke should always be written inside the curved strokes. For example, face, fast, faster, nose, nest, nester, ST loop when written finally in any stroke also represents the sound of ZD. For example, opposed, refused, paused, if there is a vowel in between the sounds of S and T or ST and R, the word should not be written by using the loops ST or STR, but the outline should be written in full. This will be cleared by observing this table. If there is a vowel after the final ST or STR, the outlines will not be written by using the loops. In such cases, the outline should be written in full, like in the following words: honest, but honesty, dust, but dusty. The loops can be drawn medially only where good joining results, otherwise full stroke should be used, like in the following words: justify, masterpiece, elastic, the initial loop is always read first, final loop is always read last, and the vowel signs are placed and read in relation to the strokes. Circle S can be added on the opposite side of the loops in plurals. For example, cause, tests, STR loop is never written initially. Now you may test your knowledge by answering the following questions. Fill in the blanks. STR loops is never written dash. ST or STR loops should be written dash the curved stroke. In which motion are ST or STR loops written? What is the length of STR loop of any stroke? Is it possible to add circle S with ST or STR loops? Is it possible to employ ST or STR loop when vowel occurs between S, T, S and TR? In the last, let us quickly go through and summarize the lesson. When S or Z stand alone, the strokes S and Z are used. When a vowel precedes the consonant, S or Z is written. When a vowel follows the consonant S or Z is written. When triphone precedes or follows the stroke S or Z is used. In case of plural words, circle S may be added with stroke S. A large circle is written in the same direction as the circle S. A large initial circle represents SW. Large medial final circle represents SS or SZ. A few words ending in SS are written with a circle and stroke, or with a stroke and circle, to distinguish them from words in which the last circle is employed. The SW circle is used in phrases like as well as we know, and the SS circle in phrases like it is said, in this city. A small loop represents ST. A large loop represents STR. The ST loop may be used initially, medially or finally. The STR loop may be used medially or finally but not initially. The ST loop may be employed finally to represent the sound of ZD. The ST loop cannot be employed when a vowel occurs between S and T, nor can the loop be written immediately before a final vowel. The STR loop cannot be written when a strongly sounded vowel occurs between ST and R.
We have learnt about stroke S and Z, large circle SW and SS, and SZ, and loops ST and STR. Thank you. We will meet again in the next session. Dear students, to attain more speed, initial hooks to straight strokes and